Hello everyone and welcome to the online sessions for the practical sessions of the material science and metallurgy. So in today's practical session which we will be seeing about the disc polishing machine. So we will discuss about the working and what are the principle and why we are requiring this disc polishing machine. So what is our aim? The main aim of our practical of this, it is to make the surface scratch free. First of all, let us go to the previous theories. If you want to generate a microstructure, which you will be seeing under the microscope, for that thing, what are the things required? For that, the different steps are required. In that, we have studied different steps. Out of that step, the earlier step were to go on the paper polishing. What was that paper? On the emery paper, we were making the scratches onto the sample. So after that, after going for the paper polishing, there are scratches which are remaining onto the specimen. So for the removal of that specimen on the scratches which are there on the specimen, we will be going for this disc polishing machine. The another name, that is the fine polishing machine, or you can say disc polishing machine is there. So basically this is the aim. So whatever the scratches we have prepared onto the specimen by the emery paper, that we have to remove it. For that purpose we are going for the disc polishing machine. So now what are the apparatus which we require? The first one, that is the disc polishing machine. So here it is, that is our disc polishing machine. So you can see over here the disc, because of this disc it is known as a disc polishing machine. The second one which we require, that is the alumina paste we require. This is the thing, Al2O3, the alumina paste we are requiring. This material is useful for the removal of the scratches. And the third one, water. Why? Water will act as a lubricant, because if your paper, or if this paper, velvet paper is dry, and if you are placing the metal surface over it, then what will happen? It will just tear away your velvet cloth. So for that reason water is required, so that it will help as a lubricant. And the material which we require for this, that is our specimen on which we want to do this polishing step. Mostly metal surfaces are taken for this thing. Now let us discuss about the principle on which this is going to occur. So the principle on which it is happening, that is the paper polishing is done for the getting the mirror like image. It is a wet type of the polishing, because we are using water for this particular thing. And the disc is made up of the velvet paper. So over you can see that over here there is one disc is there, on it velvet paper is kept. Why velvet paper? Velvet has the smoothest surface. So for the smoothest surface we are using this velvet paper is there on the metal surface, and this is allowed to rotate at a very high speed. Now whenever it is rotating, what we are doing, which is the dry polished is kept in contact with the rotating cloth. Our specimen is kept in contact with this cloth, and then we will be paste of the alumina is placed over here. On the rotating wheel we will be placing our alumina paste, and then for the removal of the scratches we will add the water onto the surface of the wheel. As a result of which you will be adding on the velvet cloth alumina paste and water you will be adding, and then you will be placing your specimen onto this rotating wheel. So what will happen? As the wheel is rotating, alumina paste is there, it will help to remove the scratches which were there onto the specimen. Okay, so whenever you feel the vibration coming onto your hand, you have to add more water onto the wheel. Once again vibrations come, you have to add the water, and whenever the white color of the alumina goes away from that velvet cloth, once again you have to add the alumina, and in that process you have to go on and on. So now how does the sample looks before the polishing? You can see this is the image in which you can see only scratches which are there on your specimen. So this is how before going for the polishing the sample looks like this. And after the polishing step, you can see over here the mirror like image, you can see the whole reflection coming, and this is how whenever you see that the fully reflection of the material you are getting, That will give you an indication about whatever the thing you have done, the polishing has been done perfectly when you get a mirror like image onto this sample. And now let us see the practical how we are going to perform actually onto that particular sample onto the machine. So now we will be seeing the machining of this particular thing. So now we will be seeing the procedure or how to perform the particular rough polishing machine, or that's the another name is a single disc polishing machine. Basically, what is the aim of the thing, this particular machine? That is, we will be removing whatever the scratches we are having with the help of the emery papers, whatever scratches we have developed on the sample, that we will be removing it. So now for removal of that particular any of the thing, that is scratches, and to make the mirror like surface, what we will be doing? We will be taking this machine. This machine is known as a single disc polishing machine. This is a very simple machine. In this machine we can see there is one water inlet is given over here, with the help of which we will requiring the water. There is over here, you can see over here, there is a velvet paper which is there and which is rotating on its axis. So this velvet paper, why we are requiring this velvet paper over here? Because velvet surface is the smooth surface, smoothest surface, one of the smooth surface which is having. So what we will be doing? We will be taking the particular sample and we will be placing it over here and holding it over here on this rotating disc. So what will happen? Whatever the scratches were developed, it will remove. There is one on-off button over here. With the help of this on-off button, the motor will start, and the motor which is there inside it, the motor will give the rotation towards this disc, and this disc will start rotating. What are the materials which we require? The one material, that is the sample or the surface on which we require the polishing. Second one which we will be requiring, that is alumina oxide powder. This alumina oxide powder is used to remove the scratches from the material, and there will be a water which is provided over here. Okay, so now we will be seeing how this particular thing works. So we will be starting on the motor of this thing and it will start rotating on its axis. So you can see over here, you can see the rotation of this thing. The rotation of the disc is shown over here. So now add the water on it. Take some of the particular thing, that is the alumina oxide, we will be taking and placing it. And then place the sample on this outer surface and hold it. So you can see the smooth movement of this particular machine. So this smooth movement, what will happen? It will help, you have to hold it properly and it will help you to remove the scratches from the material. So by doing this, whenever you feel the vibrations, you have to add the water on this sample. So what will happen? Due to this water placement, it will move smoothly and we will get the smooth free surface of the thing. And as a result, whenever you get a smooth like mirror like image onto the material, it will give you an indication that it is now fully polished surface and it is ready to go into the microstructure.